Hello everyone and welcome back to S-Rank, the only home of video games. My name is Ethan, I am sick, but I wanted to stream Pokemon Gold again today. Yeah, I got a cold. It happened on Thursday. I noticed the feeling in my throat, and now that feeling has transferred to my nose. So I'm just a little stuffy. I'm going to be blowing my nose a lot. I have the trusted roll of toilet paper to handle that, so plenty of times during the stream. In fact, one of them will be soon. I'll be muting the microphone and blowing my nose, hopefully off camera. Sorry in advance if some of it is visualized or audible on the stream here. But yeah, Pokemon Gold today. Last time I streamed this, we caught all 26 variations of Unknown, or at least 25. I already had one of them from the beginning of the game. But I wanted to do another one of these, and we might do a couple more of these throughout the journey on big moments. Since that stream, I had finished the Johto gyms, and I did the Elite Four. In fact, I did the Elite Four last night. And I'm out of cash, because I had to buy a bunch of Ultra Balls. Let's see here. How many do I have? 41. I'm hoping that's enough. I also have a Master Ball, which I don't really want to use. It's weird. But I just don't feel like using it. I want to catch today the 3 legendary beasts, otherwise known as the legendary dogs, of AKA Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. I've already tagged 2 of them, Raikou and Suicune. I have not seen Entei. We will bump into him at some point. And so this is my strategy. This isn't a strategy that is unique. This isn't something that you've never heard of before. If you've done this yourself, you've probably looked this up and have seen this online. But essentially, yes, here on this route, that is just to the west of Mahogany Town, is like a nice spot to catch these dogs. So, if you don't know how this works, these 3 beasts are roaming Johto. They don't go into Kanto, they roam Johto. If we check the Pokédex, let's... I gotta go all the way back over, really? Is there a... I don't think there is. I was gonna say, is there an option to just, like, keep the last one I had? Okay, you can see Raikou is right next to New Barktown on the very first route there in Johto. That's where he is right now, and if we were to leave the route we're on, whether that is by walking to a neighboring area, entering a cave, etc., or flying, he'll move. Now, if we fly, it just picks a random route in Johto for him to move to. If we walk to an adjacent area, he will move to an adjacent area of his. They'll never stay, they'll always move, but you can get into a evens and odds situation where you're moving back and forth between 2 areas, hoping that he'll land on the route you're on, and he is also moving in even increments, and so you're always out of sync. So then sometimes I just have to fly and reset it. Anyway, but yeah, all 3 of them are on their own separate randomized journey here, and I like the route that we're standing on right now because it's a nice intersection on the pathing here. Johto is pretty linear overall, and so Route 42 here is a good spot where, like, can I? Yes. They can be here on Route 43, they can also be here on Route 44, obviously they can be here on 42, and they can be 37 or 38. So there's a lot of ways for them to approach the area we're standing in right now. We're just increasing the odds a little bit that they'll walk this way, unfortunately. So that's where Raikou was. What about Suicune? Okay, yes, because that was the last one we opened. Cool. Suicune is down there, right next to Union Cave, on whatever route that is. So they're not here right now. And if they were here, we're not going to see them, like, physically on the kind of the overworld here. It's going to be in a random encounter, which means it is very likely in your journey that you've been on the route that one of them is on, and you've walked through the grass, but never actually had their random encounter. So that makes it even rarer. In fact, I bumped into those two by accident. You know what I mean? I wasn't searching for them. There's spoilers for my strategy right here. And you'll never bump into them because just by chance. You didn't know they were there, and you weren't really looking, and etc., etc. Obviously, I can't look up Entei because we haven't bumped into Entei yet. But we will bump into him eventually. Give me 1 second here. See, I said this was going to happen soon, and indeed, true to my word, it is. That was a big one. I've said this many times before, but talking into this microphone under these lights, which are not even that bright right now, I don't even really need them on, to be honest. Something happens with my sinuses, and it triggers more mucus. This happens when I'm not sick. So right now, it's actually kind of making it easier for me to clear the chamber, if you know what I mean. The nose chamber, Jesus. Anyway. So, you know, like I said, we're going to be walking through the grass here when they're here, but, like, man, it's going to be annoying a couple battles and just not getting them. That's really a pain in the ass. However, what we can do is use max repels, or any repel here, to make it so that we don't bump into any Pokemon. And if you understand how repels actually work, it says weak Pokemon. As a kid, maybe this is just me, but as a kid, I always just was like, oh, you don't see any Pokemon if you use it. I never wanted to spend the money anyway. What it really is any Pokemon that is lower than the level of the Pokemon in your lead party is what you will not see. You'll skip any Pokemon right now in our instance here lower than level 39. All the Pokemon on this route are level 39, or lower than 39. So yes, if we were to use Max Repel right now, we won't see any Pokemon. But Raikou, Entei, and Suicune are level 40. So, we will bump into them here, if they are here. The only Pokemon we will see with the Max Repel being on is those legendary beasts. So, nice little strategy there. But then when we get into battle, how do we gotta take them down? So, their first instant move is to just run away. Super annoying. As soon as you bump into them, their first action is to run away. And I'm hoping that Jynx here is faster. I haven't actually checked the speed. I don't really know what their speed is, to be fair. Their first move is to run away. We want to stop that. You can do that in two ways. You could put them to sleep if you're able to go first and do it, or you can use the move Mean Look, which means your opponent can't swap their Pokemon out, and it actually works for this as well. We're actually going to be doing both. So, this Jynx was initially an Igglybuff that I had bred, and that's why it knows Psychic. Jynx does not learn Psychic in Gen 2, naturally. Igglybuff, or not Igglybuff, what's it called? Whatever Jynx's, Smoochum, weird name. Smoochum learns Psychic at 37, so then I evolved it into Jynx then after that, and leveled it up once more just for stats. So we'll send Jynx out right in the beginning. Jynx will use Mean Lick so to make sure that the dog doesn't run away. Hopefully it doesn't, like, kill Jynx. Entei might if it knows a fire move. Jynx being Ice and Psychic. And then we'll use Sing, 50% hit rate. Jynx now normally, if you catch a Jynx, it knows Lovely Kiss, which is essentially Sing. It puts the Pokemon to sleep, but it has a 75% rate. However, Smoochum never learns that. Smoochum learns Sing instead, and I wanted Psychic on this Jynx because that's a strong move. Whatever. I debated. I have a Jynx sitting in the PC, the one that bred to make this thing, and it knows a Lovely Kiss. Obviously, it's not a high enough level to really do what we want to do, but yes. So, the other thing, too, as well, and I know I saved, I'm going to save again. The other thing, too, as well, is, again, their first move is to run away, but then they'll obviously fight, which is why we put them to sleep. But, an interesting little caveat here, whatever health they run away at is the health that they'll be at when you see them next. So our first few times here might be us just whittling their health down if they then wake up and run away, you know what I mean, I don't have time to Or if they kill Jinx, you know what I mean, then maybe we run away. I did save so that if anything weird happens, we can revert this. Also, because I'm not made of money. And like, yeah, I will be doing Elite Four runs just to get some cash. And then fighting some Pokemon trainers on the Pokegear that have high cash. I don't want to keep using up all my Max Repels and buying more. I don't want to do that. Same thing with Ultra Balls, right? So we might be restarting. It might be the instance where like I whittle the Pokemon health down, and then we give it a couple shots and then let it go so I can resave. You know what I mean? But anyway, that is the story here. I should have waited, actually. And eventually we will just bump into Suicune by nature of doing this. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Get on my bike. You can see the game hitches ever so briefly if you're going full hog past a route transition trigger. So Raikou ended up in the same spot as before. Suicune moved up one. And I did 2 transitions. So Raikou moved and then moved right back. Just like I did just now. Okay. Beacon's down there. Raikou is up here. Raikou could move, I believe, just to the right of Mahogany Town, and then to the left here. So let's see. Okay, instead he moved up to the Lake of Rage. Disappointing, because there's a chance we'll miss him. Suicune is just fucking around down there. Alright, now I'm moving over here, and I'm checking to see where Raikou is. Raikou is over there, okay. Is Raikou on the route we're on now? No. Do the shimmy one more. Once more. Let's just see. Suicune move. Suicune could get up to where we're at. Okay, no. Nope. Also, the music changing is an easy indicator that we've changed areas. Again, they like to do the back and forth, where they are doing what I'm doing. Just moving back and forth between 2 areas. There's nothing more complicated than that. If I were to fly, even to the same route... Oh, wait. Suicune's over there. Sometimes they will just also go somewhere else entirely different. Alright, now I'm going to check again, because if Raikou's on the route we want to be on, if we move to that route, he'll move. But there's a chance that maybe he'll move... Yeah, see, he's right there. Ugh. There's a chance that he'll move over to the right or up. It's a gamble. I'm going to bike over here. Nope. But if I move back, this is a slow thing. I should not have used. God, he's back there again. Move to the Lake of Rage. Okay. So now I'm going to move back over to... I should not have used that Max Repel. I'm just wasting that right now. Move over here. Hold on one second. I gotta take a look at something. Alright, I am back. What were we doing? Yes, looking for Pokemon. Sorry, lots going on. I need to read something. Raikou could, again, we're playing a 50-50 here. Raikou is there, Raikou could appear up north. by the Lake of Rage or over here. I always like to do this instead. It's much easier. And it's a 50-50 regardless, so. Raikou ran away. Suicune is somewhat close. If I go back here... Again, we're doing a lot of this. Okay. If I go to the left here, there is a chance Raikou will be here. Did not happen. It's fine. I feel like I wasted that, but... You know what? I did save right before doing it. We didn't bump into them at all. So let's restart here. Okay. And we'll wait until they're on the route that we're on before we use the thingy-mabob, the Max Repel. Okay. Suicune could be what we bump into. Also, yeah, restarting and loading the game also just randomly assigns them an area. Oops. Okay, if I go left here, maybe Suicune. Still possible. Come on. Ugh. Alright. I'll move twice. Damn. Raikou is also close. So I'm going to do this. Move twice and see if we bump into Raikou. Nope, he's in the same spot. Suicune's over there. That's also 2 spaces. Both of them are 2 spaces away. So there's a chance. Okay. Oops. I cannot imagine doing this, and I did as a kid, but doing this, like, without really a strategy. Like, I did this as a kid on the Game Boy Color. Just by, like, hoping. Okay, so Raikou's over there. Ugh. If I move up... Like, I know as a kid, like, I would look at the area. Raikou's over there, where I was. See, this is in the shitty part where I am gonna roll a 33.3% chance. No, it's like a quarter. 25% chance that Raikou's gonna move over here. Moved up. Okay. I go over here. Moved back up. Oops. I mean, yeah. It's easier when they move over to the right, because they only have 2 spots they can go to, not 4. Okay, he moved back up to that route. And I'm checking Suicune as well, because Suicune could just wander close. Yeah, this is the shitty part where I'm stuck on, like, an out-of-sync thing here with Raikou. Say, if I go up here... Did that count as 2 stage transitions? Stage. It must have. It must have. Because he's in the same spot as before. That's probably why I never actually went up here. Right, so if I look here now... Raikou moved. Yeah. Hey, there's a chance. I'm gonna move to the left here. Okay, here we go. Now, I'll see if I save here, that doesn't change anything. Because if we reload the save, it just randomly assigns them a spot. So it's not like he'll be here again. Alright, now we just go back and forth here in the grass. Till we bump into him. Back and forth. Here we go. They changed his design a little bit after these games. Okay. So, I'm hoping that we go first. We're not fast enough. We're not fast enough? Do I need to be spending money on, whatchamacallit? Speed is 94? Let me look up, Raikou's, stats here. That they could be. Oh. He might just be a little bit faster. Yeah, he might just be... So, like, Jinx's speed here is 94. Raikou could be in the high 90s and low 100s at level 40. Damn. Well, I have, I think... I mean, just for shits and giggles here. Yeah. I know on my PC I have, the those stat boost items. Oh, I could give Jinx the Quick Claw as well. Yeah. But I know I have if I use an X speed, he'll just run away because it takes a turn. What do I have in here? Ooh, 7 rare candies, nice. Hey, I got 2 of these. Raises first strike ratio. Okay. Alright, Jinx was at 94. Just gonna use them both. God, if I have to, like, buy more of those, we're gonna have to be taking a break before we even really begin and doing, Elite Four runs just for cash. Speed's 98 now. Maybe. Maybe. Repel wore off. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, I'm gonna hit save. I can also level Jinx up once. Like, they can be level 40. Because you will. As anything lower than your level. So, like, I could do that. And then hopefully, you know, Jinx gets us a boost in speed. I just also don't want to risk accidentally going too far. See, now, I could have a Golbat or a Microbat. Microbat, I believe, is... Well, when does Golbat learn Mean Look? Does it? Or a Haunter? Just trying to think of the Pokemon that learn Mean Look. Still possible. Okay. Randomly moved him. Ugh. Same spot as before. What about you? Back and forth. Alright. Raiko's close. Let's see now. Same spot. Give me a second here. All right. Sorry, where were they? Great. Suicune could move up to here. But so far isn't. So let's move over here. This is tedious. I did this on, last time I did this was on the 3DS, Virtual Console ports. And that took a very, very, very long time. Yeah, he's technically out of sync, but what he could do is move, there's a triangle he can move through, so it's possible he could end up here, but it's unlikely. Yeah, he's over there. So, like, he was just south of Ecruteak City there, which is... See my mouse? No. Middle, north, to the west of where we are. He was just south of that, and he could have moved either to where we were or to the left of that. And he moved to the left and then kept moving left. So, he is in sync. If we were to do this, it is possible he'll be over here. But he randomized. Beacon's over there. I'm gonna move over here. It's possible. Okay, well, I'm moving to the right here now. And apologies about the noises my nose and mouth are making. It's over there. Ugh. It sucks being out of sync. Yeah, he teleported. So, like, Suicune here is 2 spaces away from the Root of Mon. Well, there's a space in between, as I guess. It would take him 2 turns. So it is possible right now for me to jimmy left and right. And hopefully he'll be on this route. But no. He's over there. Raikou over there. I could move to the left twice, and he could be here. What the fuck? He is. Okay. Now let's see if this works. I gotta use... I have a rare candy in my bag. Oh. Use a Max Repel. And hopefully Jinx is fast enough now. Fingers crossed. Okay. Fingers crossed. And the Quick Claw, you know, might be the deciding factor here. It was. Okay, good. Ouch. That was a crit. Sing. And then let's blast it with some Psychic, see how much damage this does. Excellent. Yowzers. Again, 50% chance on Sing working. If this crits, this could kill, actually, so I hope it doesn't. Stop. Okay, so I have a catch calculator up right now. Let's see. Cool, we have it on screen here. Raikou. So we can see this is an approximation of the health bar here. And I'm going to put it to asleep. Right now, at full health, with an Ultra Ball and him being asleep, we're at, I'll round up generously and say 5%. But lowering the health down to, I believe, 10? Like about 10? 6 1/4? So, you know, not easy, even still. But the best we could probably do, I mean, I could slap him down a little bit. If I were to, say, have him be exactly 1 HP, it's at the same percentage chance. So we do not need to do any more damage. I do have a Master Ball, and I want to use it. The Fastball does not work how you think it's supposed to work, how it's intended to work. In fact, most of Kurt's balls do not work how they're intended to work. Most of them do not work at all. They are just regular Pokeballs. So, yeah, let's give this a shot. Again, 6 1/4%. Be so happy if we can get him, though. Come on. Oh. Shoot, it was so close, too. In Gen 1, the number of wobbles indicated your actual percentage chance. And so it would, like, if it failed, if you didn't catch the Pokemon, it would, if you didn't change anything about the status of that enemy Pokemon and you're using the same ball type, it would always have the same number of wobbles, including 0 wobbles, in which it would say that you missed, which is always funny. This game doesn't do that. The wobbles, to my understanding, are randomized. Which makes it more suspenseful. But also in Gen 1, a Pokemon that is asleep or frozen, regardless of how much damage is done to it, and you are using an Ultra Ball, will always be at least 21% chance? Or it was 23, something like that. Damn it. No, let's let him go. Can't escape. Well. Can he escape? He's not asleep anymore. Okay, yeah. That's fine, that's fine. Ooh, does this guy want a battle? He has a lot of money. No. Why does he want a Geodude? He has a Machoke. Okay, let's heal up. Jinx, unfortunately, bit a bullet there. Actually, I need to check something on my phone real quick. Real quick. Yes, I use my computer to charge my phone. And so every time I plug my phone back in, Windows is like, do you want us to access this phone? I have to be like, no. I mean, like I could, but like, and then I have to enter in the passcode, and it forgets it every single time, so I always hit no. Alright, so now we need to see... I mean, so Raikou will always be at the Elf. Oh, he's over there right now? Ooh. So I'm gonna save. Okay. Then we're gonna move once over here. See where Raikou is at. I'm gonna move to the right now because he only has 2 places he can go besides warping. Up or down. If he moves up, he's here. And he moved down. But I could still jimmy left and right here. We'll see if he moved up twice. He moved and then moved back. Suicune's in the same spot, so I could get one of them. If they're nice. Suicune's up there. They both warped. Okay. Alright, which way did Suicune go? Suicune's there. Raikou's there. If I can get Suicune to move to the left, Suicune will be over here. Suicune did. Okay. Now Suicune doesn't have any damage on it, so we'll have to be doing the same thing again. Okay, here we go. Nice, we were able to get Mean Look off first. Oh, it knows Roar. So what we have to put... do Sing first. Just move next door. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay. Okay, has a left or right. 50-50 here. Did I get it? Nope. Gotta keep trying. Yeah, I guess I have to try to put Suicune to sleep first. And then Mean Look? But I could just use Roar anyway, right? Raiko's close. Okay. Wrong gamble there. I don't remember... Okay, now Suicune's over there. I don't remember how they handled this in Heart Gold Soul Silver. I only ran through those once, I believe. So I really don't remember if they made it easy or not. They probably made it easier to some degree. At least the act of doing what I'm doing right now and constantly checking to see in the Pokédex where they're supposed to be. Let's move over here. Hello in chat. We're doing another Pokemon stream. Alright, where'd you run off to? He is technically in sync and technically out of sync with me. Same with Raikou. Alright, I'm just going to move to left twice here. Okay, Raikou warped. Suicune's over there. Alright. Just gonna do this, in and out. Because in the same spot, so Suicune also just moved and moved back. Raikou's in the same spot. I'm gonna do it just twice, I don't know. Raikou is in sync. He could move up twice, and same thing with Suicune while they're in the same spot. They can move up to a route and then to the right and be on this route here in 2 turns. So if I move once and then twice, there is a chance that they could move into position. Suicune chose to go left instead of right. And Raikou just went down and to the right. Okay. So Suicune technically moved to the route I want right now that I moved off. And then move again. Or he could have moved down and then over. Same spot. Eventually what I did the last time I did all this on the 3DS version was I would just get frustrated. Yeah, see, now there he is. That's where I want to be. And I would just use Fly just to kind of just re-randomize their positions. Alright, so now the gamble is, does Suicune move left, down, up, or right? There's, I think, 4 different ways it could go. I guess I'm just going to hope it moves to the right. It moved down. Okay. Where's Raikou? Raikou is here. Now this is a little bit frustrating. Raikou is up. I am, as a reminder, I'm right there. So Raikou is right there on Route 43, on 44. And the other route I was going to is 42. So if I move back to Mahogany Town, Raikou is either moving to the right to Route 44 or to the left to Route 42. If he moves to the right, then he only has 2 places, or he has 3 places he can go. If he moves to the left, he has 4 places he can go. Really frustrating. Let's see where he is. And he warped. Okay. Yeah, because at some random intervals, they'll just also decide to re-roll their actual randomized position. I think we still have Wow, okay, the timing. I think we still have the effects of Repel on. I'm gonna save again, by the way. Oops. That one. Let's save again. Again, Raikou has enough damage done to it. We just need to put it to sleep. To have our 6.25% catch rate. And then Suicune needs to be damaged. And then I haven't even bumped into Entei at all. Alright, so I'm just gonna do this twice. That's 4 turns. Raikou is in sync. He can move up to the root little area right above him, and then to the right over to me. Possible. Oops. Suicune is too far away. I'm gonna jimmy right and then left. They're both in the same spot, which means that they moved away from that spot and then moved right back. They always have to move. God, I hope this cold that I have right now isn't going to last as long as the one I had in December. That was like 2.5 weeks. That sucked. Just constantly blowing my nose like an idiot. Okay. Raikou warped. Suicune could be close. Okay, now Suicune's in that spot. Suicune is in sync. 2 turns away from me. I make 2 turns. 1, 2. Is Suicune in position? No. Suicune did move up, but then Suicune chose to go left instead of right. So now Suicune has 3 positions it can go to. Either left again, down back to where it was, or to the right to me. I guess I want it to move down and then right, so like the chances of that are slim. But it's possible. Okay, move down. Now I'm out of sync with it. Let's see. I'm just gonna go left and right. Can still do that triangle move or whatever. That goes too far away. Let's just do this. Okay. I did 3 turns there. Suicune is where I just was. Nope. Raikou and Suicune could both move to the route I want to go to. Let's roll the dice here. Raikou is here. Okay, good. Suicune is up there. Hey, if I catch or fail to catch Raikou, then there's a chance Suicune could move to where I am. Okay, so we saved because I'm about to use a max repel. I only have 5 of these left. So now every Pokemon that is weaker than the guy I have in the front will not show up. And the only Pokemon that will be Raikou because he is 1 level stronger than me. Alright. He's in this patch of grass. Do my random encounter. There we go. Oh, we got Entei instead. Okay, hey, I'll take it. He's been tagged now. This is the other one. Like, we got really lucky here. Because he is also on a random path. So Jinx is going to use Mean Look to make sure he doesn't immediately run away. Hopefully he doesn't use Roar. Okay, he used Ember, which is actually going to be really strong. Please don't kill Jinx. Oh god. It's a crit. Please go to sleep. Okay. Alright. See how much damage this does. I obviously don't want to kill Entei. If I use one more and it doesn't crit, Entei will be alive with very low health, which is what we want. Ah, okay, good. I'm assuming Entei, Raikou, and Suicune have the same catch rate, so I'm not going to pull up the calculator again and type in for Entei. He's within the range of health there. He's asleep. So this is 6.25% chance that an Ultra Ball will work. Now granted, I have the Master Ball. It's a guaranteed catch. I don't really want to use it. These are all going to be worse than an Ultra Ball. Give it a shot. 6.25% chance. Now if Entei wakes up, he will immediately kill Jinx. And then Mean Look will go away. Oh, it missed. Okay. Perfect. And, okay, that didn't work either. And then he used Roar. Damn it. I mean, okay, it's not the end of the world. We have tagged Entei. Entei is now... There's only 3 of these guys. Entei is now in the Pokédex. We can actually see him. Raikou obviously moved. Where did Entei go? Entei moved to the same spot. And Suicune moved over there. They're all 1 turn away from the spot I am on right now, which is very funny. I am going to save because we tagged Entei, and I wasn't expecting that. But, oh, do I want to... If I go into the Pokemon Center and leave, it'll re-randomize all of their positions. They're all close. I guess I could just heal up, Jinx like this. Sure. Okay. I move over 1 spot. Where are these 3 dogs? Okay. 1 spot down still. 2 spots away. 1 spot away. So if I move to the left, there's a chance. One spot away. Still 1 spot away. They're all 1 spot away. Which is frustrating because I'm out of sync. He's on the route that I just left. 1 spot away. 2 spots away. I guess I'm gonna move to the left here. See where they all went. 3 spots away. 2 spots away. Suicune's over there. Okay. Now, if I move to the center town here, will Suicune move to the right still? No. Move back to where I was. Okay, Raikou could move into position. Or, Entei could. Playing Ring Around the Rosie with these dogs. Let's move to the right here, see if Suicune follows. Repel wore off. And I'm getting a phone call from the black belt guy again. No, he doesn't want to even battle. Then stop talking to me. He's got a lot of money. Relative to the other people around him. And he's good for training. Raikou getting close. Entei is over there. Okay, Suicune is in position. Where we are right now. I just need to surf over to the spot here. I'm going to use the max. I got 4. There's a chance I'm going to have to do an Elite 4 run just to get money. My guys aren't even that strong. The Suicune had no damage on it. So if anything, we are just setting Suicune up for a future fight. You can catch Lickitung here on this little island or whatever. I always thought that was very weird. Okay, here's Suicune. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to use Roar right away. So do I use the guaranteed mean look? Or do I just try for the 50-50 on Sing? Okay. Damn it. Okay. Okay, there we go. See how much Psychic does. Probably the same amount as the other two. Oh, okay. Is it 3 hits do I want to use? I think I can use 1 more. I don't think I'll kill it. Fingers crossed we don't kill it. Stop. Whew. Okay. 6.25% chance with an Ultra Ball. Obviously, incredibly low. Come on. Uh-huh. Put you back to sleep. Work. And it ran away. Well, I guess that's fine. We've now officially tagged all 3 of them. And we've lowered their healths all down to catchable rates, you know. So we don't need to do any damage. Let's reset all of this. Save. Should I buy more max repels? I mean, technically speaking, we're at the point now where I'm either going to catch it or fail. So I can save, attempt 1. If I fail, reload the save. So I have enough. I don't need to buy any more. Really, it's just about Ultra Balls. Like, there's a chance I could run out. You know what I mean? Okay. Get on the bike. Suicune is 1 stop away, so he could be in position. Entei, also 1 stop away, could be in position. Raikou is, well, 2 or 3 away from the right side. Let's see, if I move to the left here, who do I see? He's moving up. I can move to the right twice and have a chance to bump into Raikou. Entei is not in position. Suicune is not in position. Suicune's 2 spots away. I move to the left or to the right here once. Where's everyone at? Do I go for Suicune or Raikou? I think I would go for Raikou. Suicune's one spot away. Entei's one spot away. Raikou's one spot away. So Raikou has two options besides the very slim chance of just warping. It's not an actual true 50-50. I'm gonna choose to believe it's a 50-50. Either moving back down or moving up to the spot I just was where we bumped into Suicune. Which means if I move to the right, there's a 50-50. Not literally, but there's a 50-50 that he'll be in position. Raikou and, Entei and Suicune are also one stop away if I were to move left. However, they could, that's one of 4 spots they can go to. That's a 25. But there's 2 of them. So that percentage that I could bump into one of them is a little bit higher than 25. It's like 30%. I don't know statistics. I will move to the right. Repel's effect wore off. Let's see, did I get screwed over? Okay, Raikou did not go to where I wanted. Entei didn't go either. Suicune's over here now. Okay, oh. This is weird. Suicune warped. Uh-huh. Entei is one stop away, potentially. Raikou is as well. I'm gonna move to the right here. Let's see, are we gonna get Raikou? Nope, Raikou warped. Again, not a true 50-50. Entei's 2 stops away. Oh, okay. Now where do I go? Suicune is where I just was, but I can't move there. He'll move away. You have to be a bit predictive. Alright, so we're talking about Suicune right now. Suicune could move either... I wish they showed where I was on the map to make it easier. I'm in the town just to the left of the blinking Pokemon monster face. Suicune could either move back down to the right, or it could move up to Lake Rage, or move to the left. I gotta hope it chooses that 30%, 33 point blah 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 blah, percent chance to move to the left instead. Nope. Move down. Okay, give me a second here. This is the fun, as they say. This is the fun. This is what's fun. I move over here. Where are we at? Too far away. Too far away. Let's reset this. By flying, we just randomize their entire positions. Let's give this another shot. Where could they be? Suicune's one stop away. Entei is also one stop away. Raikou is also one stop away. Okay, so if I move to the left here, there is a chance we get any one of them. All I need is one. Well, I want all 3, but Only do one at a time. Nope. Let's jimmy it left and right. Or right and then left. Anyone want to play fair and move back over? No. No. These guys are all like 2 stops away, so we could still keep trying. It's just slow going, you know? Having to constantly open up the Pokédex and check satellite imaging. How does the Pokédex know? Two stops away for a couple of these boys. On. Ugh. At least they're all damaged in position. We're not in some limbo state where some are and some aren't, and, you know, we've seen them all. We've tagged them all. Excuse me. So really it is just down to catching. Simple as. Okay, Raikou up there. If I move to the right here, where is everyone? Where I just was. 3 stops away, so not in position. 2 away, so not in position. If I move to the right, there is a chance for Raikou, but not a good one. This could easily take 4 or 5 hours. Or it could have taken 20 minutes. It is all about how, see, he warped. It's all about how, how these boys move, if they're gonna play nice or not. Okay. Okay, he is where I just was. If I move to the right, will he be there? Not a good chance, but a chance. Nope. Alright, what about the others? It's just taunting me at this point. It's everywhere I just was. Yes, okay. Here we go. use the max repel. And, again, if we don't catch it, then, I reset. We're just catching now. Here we go. Such a weird, like, visual for that move. I love it. Come on. No! Alright. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna use the restroom. Give me like 3 minutes or so. I'll be right back. Pokemon, man. All right, folks, I am back. We're gonna do it this time. We're gonna catch those legendary dogs. I've stayed on the title screen so long that it's doing the kind of cool attract mode. I guess you don't really call that with a console game. There's nothing better term to it than an attract mode. You know, an arcade game, something to get you to walk over. All right, we've reset because Raiko roared and made us run away. Let's go ahead and double check to see where they all are now. And again, two things. A reminder, apologize for the nose. I have a cold. And subscribe to the channel. You know what? Do it. Why not? I mean, there are plenty of reasons why not to, but, you know, you don't need to think about it that hard. Okay. So Raiko could be in position if we move to the right. So let's give it a shot. Let's roll the dice. It's a 50-50. And he's here. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to use it now, because I don't remember how long they stay if you get into other random battles. You know what I mean? Wow, right away. Okay. He's trying to make up for before. Understood. I appreciate it. Yeah, imagine if their health did reset. You know? Okay. We'll take a Thundershock. Cat says he does look a bit pissed off. Yeah, kind of. His design gets changed a bit after this game, where it is like kind of like the thing going up to the head, the kind of white part there, that gets redone. In fact, actually, let's see, let's type in Pokemon Ruby Raiko. That'll be the next sprite rework. Even actually sprite. Google Images is now like, I feel like in an attempt to get people to not go to other things other than their stupid AI, it's constantly like being like, hey, do you really want to go to this page? You know, this is a redirect notice. Are you sure you want to do that? This is what Raiko ends up looking like in Ruby and Sapphire, I believe. You can see a part of his design on his head changes. Okay. Raiko is asleep, 6.25% chance. Let's give it a shot. Again, I could always cop out and use a Master Ball. You only get one, and I have to catch 3 of these guys. So, it's not gonna be like the end-all. I mean, you can get more, but you're not going to. Okay, come on. Nope. Alright. Again, lowering his health anymore isn't going to change anything. He's good where he is. Just him being asleep bumps it up from, what, 4-point-something% to 6.25. And he's also not going to be using Roar to get us to run away, or attacking to kill Jinx. Break mean look. Come on. Again, it's a super low percent. There's a chance I don't actually get to catch all 3 today at all. You know what I mean? Just gotta hope. Gotta catch them all. Well, I can't actually catch them all because the retro achievements are very because obviously what you could do is just trade Pokemon in from another game. Oh, I got all the Pokemon. Yay, you're done. So, you know, the achievements look at the same ROM, the hashes in the ROM that would tell if like any trades happened at all, anything external happened at all, and it would just lock you out from the achievements. So there is an achievement for catching all of the Pokemon one could catch in a single save file without any trades. So in gold here, it's 199. So not the entire 251, just 199. Ah. Okay, so restart. Now I'm not wasting my max repels, I'm not wasting my ultra balls, which are expensive. Okay, since it's a fresh boot, they're all going to be in random spots. And you can see it says seen and own. I've seen 203 Pokemon types. I have caught or evolved into 110. So, you know, I'm on a good path. But there's a lot of instances where, like, oh, a Pokemon evolves, and I could spend the time to level it up to evolve it, but that evolved version of that Pokemon can be caught later, so I'm not going to waste time. If I wanted to have it on my team, that's one thing, but for the most part, I'm saving all of the grinding to evolve Pokemon until after I've done everything else. Save it for the last achievement, probably. I mean, this game doesn't have, or this set of retro achievements for this game doesn't have the crazy stuff Blue had, where, like, beat the Elite Four, essentially is, you know, that's what rolls credits. It's the ending of the game. Under different circumstances, this set doesn't have that. There is one for beat the Elite Four with only one Pokemon in your party. You could easily over-level for that, and you'll be fine. And then, like, we still need to find Red, who is the protagonist from the first game. That is technically the end of the game, beating Red. And there's an achievement for beating him with only one Pokemon. Damn, okay, so if I move to the right, there's a chance for 2 of them to be there. I don't need to grind weird teams. I can just have one really strong Pokemon, which will probably be either Ho-Oh or Lugia, just because of their stats. Suicune is here. Suicune is here. Okay. All right. You move faster on a bicycle, that's why I'm always riding the bike. Alright. See if we can catch Suicune. Immediately. I mean, it's a chance. It doesn't give them, like, I don't know. I wish they didn't know Roar. It really feels like it's only there just to piss you off. Entei is one stop away. Let's see, if I move to the left here, Entei in position. No. I'm gonna move twice, in and out, and see what happens. See where all these boys are. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this at home while it's live and your screen is cropped and it's only vertical, you are in the Shorts feed on YouTube on your mobile app. You go to the channel that you are watching this on. You can watch it in normal view. And while you're there, subscribe. The game is slightly cropped. And I didn't want to make, like, the Game Boy smaller just to fit it all in. It's weird what YouTube does. I mean, you could watch this on a mobile phone, but, like, it doesn't have to be in that vertical view. I don't know, YouTube added this option, like a couple months ago, where, like, you know, because they're trying to compete with TikTok, right? So they have their YouTube shorts, and this channel, I mean, I edit them. We have a short go live every single day. It is just clips from stuff that we've already done, podcast episodes, like the one that went up today, or streams or whatnot. So it's not new content that I'm making, which makes it viable, because I'm not making original content for shorts. That's crazy. It's a lot of time to do that. But I guess if you're live and someone is in the Shorts feed, they can find your stream? I don't really understand how that works. So it's an option to turn it on, but all YouTube does to make a version of your live stream for YouTube Shorts, is to just crop way down. Just crops. And so because I can see a preview of it on YouTube Studio, picture like the left side of the Game Boy screen, the actual screen itself, and then like where the sign is on the right side of the screen, where that sign is, that is partially cut off. That is the narrow focus of what is the middle of the screen that it's using top to bottom. That's not ideal. And so, like, yeah, I could, because, you know, I could make the game, I could shrink the game down a little bit more and it would fit. Whatever. I could also go crazy and shrink the Game Boy itself all the way down. I don't really want to do that. And that's, so in chat, you know, the question is an alternate portrait mode in OBS. That's what I initially thought that they were going to be like, oh, you can send us 2 stream keys, and then then we'll have one that's for your vertical and one that's for, because, you know, for the shorts, if you look at today's short, I took the podcast layout that is, let's see, where is it? Nope, that's not it. I took this podcast layout, which it's all fucked up because the camera is the way it is. I took this podcast layout and moved the elements so that they fit in a vertical feed. I do that for a lot of our stuff. So I was like, oh, cool, I already have a vertical layout that I used in Premiere to edit the shorts together. I could just take that image and put it into OBS and have, you know, on a second computer and stream, you know, 2 of this at the same time, but no, they just crop. Really what it's designed for is those streams where, and no shade, it's not what I want to do, where people just talk to the camera, or, and this isn't what I'm interested in, but this is more of an actual creative work someone's doing, those makeup streams. All they're really doing is the woman is just sitting kind of centered anyway. They don't really have stuff off to the side, you know what I mean? So, like, yes, that works. So makeup streams and or what was it, cosmology streams, whatever the actual term is for beauty science. Those streams are just talking to the camera, and you have nothing else going on. You know what I mean? Are the only ones that really benefit from that. But yeah, and also, like, multi-streaming itself is a big pain. Twitch will allow a multi-stream to happen, and they're encoding on their end, but what they're actually multi-streaming is different video quality levels, so that your hardware isn't the one having to do it, and the user gets the option of, hey, I'm watching on my phone at work, and the signal isn't all that great, and they're presented with a lower bitrate version that will actually not buffer on their end, but you watching at home with your fiber internet plugged in, you know, you can watch it in 4K. You know what I mean? Without, like, the streamer having to do a multi-computer setup. But they're not, it's not like this idea of a vertical or horizontal thing. But even then, like, that requires a graphics card that's capable of AV1 encoding, and mine isn't. My graphics card is a GTX 1080, which is... next year it'll be a decade old, I think. Or 2018 it'll be a decade old. I bought mine in 2018. I built this computer in 2018. I would love to build a new computer. That shit's expensive, and right now it's even worse, right? So... part of me almost jumped on a deal I saw for, like, the holiday season of the M4 Mac Mini, so the current model of the Apple Mac Mini. $600 is its normal price. I saw, like, it was like $450. I was like, damn. Because those, the chips that Apple makes nowadays are really, really, really good. They're just really good. And I've seen the tests people have done for video encoding and whatnot. On that machine specifically, the base level, the $600 one, and it's much, much faster than what my computer can do, significantly more powerful. So I thought, what if I buy one of these and have this be the streaming computer? Because I'm not going to replace this computer anytime soon, at all. You know what I mean? But I didn't jump on it. New Grand Theft Autos. I don't think you're going to see GTA 6 on PC this year. I think you're going to be waiting a full year for that. Graphics cards are such a niche right now. Where, like, the idea was, you want to cycle this back 10 years, or so, even before, a mid-range GPU from either NVIDIA or AMD, your mid-range GPU, the one that's not your lowest, one that's not your strongest, is cheaper than the current crop of consoles, but capable of more graphical prowess than those consoles, right? So you're getting, like, hey, your computer overall is more expensive than the console, but just the GPU portion itself, for the mid-range, that's kind of like, you know, for $300, or $350, or whatever, you would be getting something more capable than a PS5. That is no longer the case. You're still buying something well more expensive than a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox, and getting equivalent kind of results. And then, you know, as the years have gone on, like, yes, like, they're all more powerful, but they're extremely expensive. You're spending over $1,000. It's insane. I don't have that money. And because I want to use it more as a workstation than to play video games on, like, I have more of an incentive to want to buy cream of the crop stuff so that, cool, that's my card for a decade. You know what I mean? Like, this one has kind of served me, being a 1080. So, you know, $2,000 on a graphics card is not something I want to do. And at that point, there's a lot more on this computer that I would want to, need to, have to change. I'm essentially rebuilding a new computer anyway. So then, what, that's $5,000? because I want a lot of RAM, you know? I want a good CPU. So I should have jumped on that M4 Mac Mini deal I saw. I should have. I really should have. Okay, 2 of these are next to me, one on the left, one on the right. If I go to the right, I don't know. I just gotta line one of them up. But I don't stream anything that's being played on this machine that isn't in an emulator. That isn't, you know, I'm not playing a PC game, is my point. So I don't really need to for the sake of streaming video games. It's more of just like all of these streams and recordings from these streams and the podcast episodes are much higher file size than they could be if I was encoding an AV1, which I can't do on this graphics card. So that's a huge disappointment. And just future-proofing, you know? I would love to be able to record stuff in 4K. And I couldn't, realistically, with this card. Realistically. Alright, I feel like just using fly and getting these guys to warp around again because they're all, like, close and out of sync. If I move to the left, Suicune has a chance. Nope. And then Entei's up there. So if folks at home know anyone that has a shit ton of money and wants to just give it away, help make the channel better. Raid the home of your local billionaire. Okay, because Entei is there, or one of them was, if I move over here, there's a chance, right? Okay, I'm gonna blow my nose, I'm gonna use fly, I'm gonna reset everything, and we will have a better shot. Oh, feels good to clear the chamber. This cold that I have now is not nearly as, like, in the head and on the throat as the one I had in December. So I'm wondering if I might have had COVID. Like a weak strain. It wasn't, like, painful, but it was enough that I was like, yeah, if I take some Tylenol, this will be better. Right now, there's nothing going on in my head. Literally. But pain-wise, you know what I mean? It's just stuffy nose. Almost like the cold's on its way out. Alright, if I go to the right, there's a 50-50 shot that Entei will be there. Not a true 50-50, but a relative 50-50. A 50-50 I can plan for. Is it that one? I think it was Raikou. Yeah. So I could Jimmy left and right. Nope. Folks, we are 2 hours into the stream. I have not caught any of these dogs. I have tagged them all, so we have visual. And I have damaged them all down into the threshold, so not bad. Now it is just truly catching them. If you like this channel, hit subscribe. And if you're a billionaire, give all of your money away. check something real quick. No. I need you to find a billionaire. And I mean, like, how you get the money from the billionaire, I'm not gonna watch. You know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do. As to avoid a risk of having ire eyes angled towards me, I'm just gonna say, you know, there are good states for the human body to be in if you're Elon Musk, and 6 feet under is one of them. I think you know he's on a suicidal watch right now, which is very funny, hilarious even. So you know what? Give me Twitter. I will immediately sell it. I don't even care if I sell it to the U.S. government. It's been in worse hands. It is in worse hands. Someone needs to do it. And by it, I mean I could be referring to a lot of things. Yeah, he just wanted to go to Mars. Yeah. Alright, let's go to the left here. There's a chance. And the chance is now. Okay. Let's not get fucked over this time. Okay. Max Repel. Showtime. One time I did use up all 250 steps that Max Repel gives you before ever bumping into them. That was so annoying. Not in this, you know, attempt here. This is the last time I did this stuff. Alright, please don't use Roar. Okay, I'll take a Thunder Shock. Please sing land. I used Quick Attack, fine. Hey, you know what? It's not Roar. Hey, didn't work. Fine, you can use Quick Attack again. Please don't kill Jinx. Again, Sing is a 50-50. Am I using a healing item? I flipped Tails, what, 3 times in a row there? There we go. Alright. This is it. If we catch this first try, I don't know. I'll be happy, but I couldn't think of anything funny to say. And I got punished for it. The ball didn't even wobble once. Don't wake up. So annoying. Okay. And then he's just eventually going to use Roar, and this will all be a waste. Just like that. Alright, well. Hey. I didn't say it was going to be easy. Okay. Not Bulbasaur. I have to figure out what I want to do for dinner. Or even lunch. It's technically not even noon yet. It is so cold outside. We have a winter advisory warning. I literally got a text from the apartment complex place being like, Because, you know, I don't pay for heat here or water. They're like, don't have the temperature lower than 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Which, duh. I'm at 79 right now. And have a slow trickle on your faucets. Like, cool. Hot water's going through the faucets, that's fine. Okay, I just had to check something real quick. Okay. Your pipes are frozen now? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sucks. Raikou could move into position. So could Suicune. Alright, let's hope and pray. Right. I forgot, like, this save is in the middle of Repel being active. Which I guess that must be saved into memory then. Right? Seriously, did they all just warp? Well, Entei is still over there where he was. Yeah, Suicune and Raikou just warped. That's lame. Okay. Where's Entei now? Can I move over? Intercept? No. There, I just scrambled everyone. Suicune is here. Well, in the area. Okay, so if I move to the right... Raikou's down there. Entei's also down there. And Suicune is to the right. Suicune could move down, up, or to the left. I guess I'll roll the dice and hope he moves to the left. Moved up. Okay. Two chances for one of these Mons to be on the left. Ugh. Entei's up there. I'd move to the right while Entei be there. We might have to use Fly and redo it. The only pipe that's important is the one that connects you to the internet. I agree. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg promised that we'll all be in the metaverse, so, like, you don't even really need the physical world, right? Isn't that how that works? And then they very quietly started to divest from metaverse shit. Because, gee, you can't live in the wires, can you? All a bunch of astroturfed, ways to grow the company, right? Tech companies are in a position where they can make promises on the future, and that will increase, investments into them, and that will increase their stock portfolio to go up. It's different from entertainment, right? Where people generally know, hey, a movie's gonna do only this well, right? That type of stuff. But they get to promise about disrupting industries, and then they can just start to eat money and lose money, but have it all be paid off by investors, hoping that eventually it will get big. I don't know, the last two real inventions in the tech space, real inventions that actually, like, changed industry, were the iPhone and Facebook. iPhone being a way for anyone, realistically, to have access to the internet in their hands, right? And Facebook being a change to how the internet is structured and how the normal person, what the normal person goes to. It's all platforms and social media websites. The average person is not going to type in a URL and go to a specific page for buying flowers. No, they're going to Facebook Marketplace. They're looking on Instagram. They're going, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you'll go to BestBuy.com and Amazon.com, but for the most part, it's apps, it's platforms, and social media pages. Every tech space invention since the iPhone and Facebook had been variations of the iPhone and Facebook. It has been variations of accessing the internet and variations of social media and platforms. That's it. So because of that, in order to have your company that either does an iPhone or a Facebook to grow, you need to promise something that isn't an iPhone or a Facebook. And that's how you get the metaverse, that's how you get NFTs, that's how you get AI, which is the one that actually stuck for these people. That's why we're living in a bubble right now that is popping. It is in the process of popping, which is so funny to me. When I say iPhone, I'm talking about smartphones entirely. Like, the internet-capable device in your pocket. Like, the modern person only would use a computer, really, to access the web. And the things that weren't web-based stuff before are web-based stuff now. Microsoft Word, you're using Google Docs. You know what I mean? Like, the average person is just going to a web page to do computing stuff. They don't need a computer. A phone, a smartphone is enough for them, right? The iPhone. That's it. And social media and app platforms are what they are using on the web. It's all been easily boiled down to those things. Where, like, nowadays, like, you know, kids growing up about video games, they aren't learning about, well, the video game industry has priced a lot of people out, myself included. But it's all like, it's game platforms, it's Roblox, it's Fortnite. And the ones that are interested in, like, let's say a lot of emulator stuff, they don't know how computers work. Because they never needed to be taught how computers work. You know what I mean? They will search on the computer, on Windows. They will just search for the thing, the file, and not, like, know where they put it. You should just know where you put stuff on the computer. It's your computer. You built the sandwich. You know what I mean? But large language models, AI, I mean, AI is such a broad buzzword that it applies to anything and everything that a company wants, that wants its investors to be happy, will say, this is AI powered now. Your Spotify automated playlist that existed forever based off the stuff that you liked to listen to, well, now it's AI powered. Just because it's a buzzword that they can easily throw onto it. People are reading less, they are thinking less, they are relying on a word calculator more and more. I'm going to use fly, and we gotta reset this. We gotta reset this. Ugh. The two worst types of people on this planet that aren't billionaires and, you know, whatever, the ruling class, the non-ruling class people, the two worst types of people, are the people who graduate from a business school and the people who graduate from computer science, specifically leaning towards cryptography programming, aka the whole Web3 nonsense stuff. These are people who learn one very complicated thing. In the case of business, not actually all that complicated. The economy is not that complicated. But because the world economy and the way that society functions is so entwined around business, and because programming is such a high-leveled thing, so to speak, on what's capable for someone to learn, both of these types of people view the world's problems as something lesser than the complicated thing that they have learned. And because they know one very complicated thing, programming and cryptography, or how the economy functions, because that's so entwined in obviously everything in society, they assume that they have the capabilities to solve every problem. This is how you get your Elon Musks of the world. They think that because they are capable of manipulating the economy, that they have the hammer and every problem is a nail that they are going to pound into the shape that they need, right? They assume that they are smart because they know one thing. They assume everything else is lesser than the problems that they are capable of solving with the skill set they have learned. If that makes sense. Because the whole blockchain bullshit nonsense is specifically meant to be confusing. It makes them look smart, and it makes the general public's knowledge about how this stuff works. Oh, it must not be for me. You know what I mean? It's so complicated. It's really not. It's purposely meant to be stupid, so that you don't really look into it too much, and you trust the people who can manage it to manage it for us. I don't know. Absolute charlatans, bullshitters, idiots, and as we can see through a lot of these people, actually dumb people. These are people who grew up going to school in an era where we valued the humanities less, right? And we valued STEM more. The fact that STEM had to be, STEM being science, technology, it's all the maths and sciences stuff. Math is the M. I forgot what E is. It's not English. Economy? I forget what it is. The fact that they had to be grafted to be named STEAM because the A has to be the arts is a sign that oh yeah, whoops. None of these people are learning how to read. They're learning how to do math. None of these people are learning sociology, so they don't actually understand people. They know demographics and how they use the internet and the economy. We are literally having dumb people. There's a funny, you could, flip a coin. Any given Joe Rogan guest is one of these types of people who will say something that they, and then obviously the host, Mr. Rogan himself, who is also a complete idiot, and a yes man to whatever someone says to him last, they'll say something that they think is so smart. But not only that they think it's so smart, they came to this realization, this conclusion, this statement, as if no one else ever had. They don't think that, oh, the thing I'm thinking of, someone's probably have this pseudo-philosophical phrase I'm going to throw out here is unique to me. And, it's a self-affirming type of mentality that they've grown up with. Because they've never read a book. It sounds so dumb to say, but literally, there are lots of people out there that when they're presented with an anomaly, a personal anomaly, not something that universe hasn't seen before, but there was a American congresswoman months ago that posted a picture of a strange cloud formation. It had a flat edge on one side. And her caption for this was, "Oh, that's totally normal." The implication of what she's trying to say is that this is not normal, obviously, and that someone is fucking with the sky. It's a chemtrails type of bullshit thing. When, like, sure, she has definitely seen that type of cloud formation before, right? And I have, and you have, and everyone has. Whether or not you actually look and notice it and be like, "Oh, it's flat," is one thing, but you've seen it many, many, many times in your life before. But this woman saw it and recognized it for the first time, or she's just bullshitting for clout on the internet for these types of idiots, which is very possible. But she saw that, and she didn't think why. She thought, that's not normal. And someone's fucking with it. She didn't think, is this possible? And then she didn't search on the internet. She did not Google search. She didn't search types of clouds. Like, you know how the weather happens? It's air pressure. It's rising temperatures and low temperatures clashing with each other, causing fronts. That's how wind happens, is when... I don't even fully know, but I know I can look it up and get the answers, right? From people who do know. This woman didn't want to do it. She wanted to make some sort of culture war statement, because a lot of these people, whether they are conspiratorially minded or are just asking questions, are susceptible to the elites know everything and I'm just a normal person, but they're manipulating things, and or they, triple parentheses say them when they're talking about, like, the Jews or whatever super secret cabal they think runs everything. As manipulating things because they want the world to be simple and the world is very complicated, and that's not fine. That's not fun. It makes things too complicated for them, etc. Like, when you think about, like, flat earthers, they're like the ultimate conspiracy theorists, right? They're the ones that are trying to prove that the earth is flat. The earth being flat is, like, the least interesting thing that they want to be happening. The earth being flat is not their end goal. The earth being flat proves to them that we've been lied to our whole lives about the state of our world, and that there is a secret cabal running everything, and blah blah blah, and it runs into religion. Because if the earth is flat, then the earth isn't moving around the sun, which doesn't have to be the case either, to be fair. And then therefore the earth is special because it's the center of the universe, and therefore that's an act of creationism. That's ultimately the real reason for that conspiracy theory, is we want our world to be this. And if we can prove the earth is flat, well, then that obviously proves it. The QAnon stuff was the same thing. We want it to be this. If we can prove this, then all the dominoes fall down. That's like half of the conspiracy theories that gain actual traction and movement are a apocalyptic Christian right-wing movement. It all leads to that. It's so wild. What's up, Brett? How's it going? Yeah, mass psychosis, I would say, more so than mass hypnosis. But anyway, yeah, we live in a world where people assume that everything is within the realm of what they themselves are capable of knowing off the top of their head. If I cannot rationalize what I am seeing, someone's fucking with shit. That's how these people act. Or, like, again, going back to the Elon types of people, or the people that, again, flip a coin, half the people in the Joe Rogan Experience are people who, they operate under the assumption that, again, that they are able to think of anything. But if I say to you right now, I am a rational person. Okay? You're assuming that I am thinking about things with logic and facts and coming to the truth, whatever it may be, and not the truth I want it to be. There are people who take that phrase, I am a rational person, and they take that rationality as an inert aspect of a person. I am rational. Therefore, everything I'm thinking of is rational. Therefore, the conclusions I'm coming to have taken a rational route. and not that rationality is a thing one could achieve through thought. Sounds like I'm saying the same thing twice, but there's a difference between thinking, well, I think this is this, and because I'm a rational person, that must be true. Versus, well, I don't know about this. What's possible? And I'm thinking, well, if it's like this, then it could be like this, blah, 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 and then I come to the truth. Two different ways of saying I'm a rational person, and a lot of those, again, those Roganites, like Brett is saying, the dorks, they are taking the rationality as an inner ability of themselves that they just naturally have, and not a line of thinking one must actually walk. You know what I mean? You actually have to perform science in order to be a scientist, right? Same thing. Yes, critical thinking. Like, there are people that just assume that they're already at the end point, and that, like, well, because I'm so smart, if I could think of this, and if I could come to the answer in my head, well, then that's the answer, because I'm a rational person, right? And all those people have money and I don't. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe being a con artist is the only smart person in the world, right? The only smart type of person. And it's been 2.5 hours almost, and I haven't caught any of these 3 Pokemon. Yes. I am told this is correct, therefore it is correct. It's peasant-minded bullshit. I mean, that's what I see from the normal people I interact with day to day at my job and whatnot. Peasant-minded. And that's really mean to say, but yes, you have the education of a 13th century peasant. Because you are not inquisitive. You do not think that you are incapable of knowing something and therefore should look something up. You're easily persuaded by someone that is talking like a charlatan all the time. And you're too emotionally invested in it. I just want to bump into one of these people. And I'm getting hungry. I don't want to end the stream. We didn't even catch one of them. We lowered their health all down to the catching range of 6.25%. We could bump into Raikou if we move to the right here. And Suicune. So let's give it a shot. Anyway, please subscribe to the channel. Suicune is here. A new episode of the Sonic Movie Show goes live tomorrow. Devin and I have reviewed the video game movie Return to Silent Hill, which is based off of not just Silent Hill as a concept, but actually Silent Hill 2. My camera is mirrored. But Silent Hill 2, the PS2 video game. How much is it like that movie? Is it even good like that game is? Or how much is it like that game? Is it even as good as what the game is? Because the game is, I would say, a masterpiece. And the remake, which I've been playing, is also extremely well done. I haven't finished it, though. Alright, let's see if we can catch Suicune or whoever it was that was here. Is it Max Repel? So yes, that episode goes live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Here's Suicune. A week from then, so not tomorrow, but the Sunday after, will be another video game movie review episode on the Sonic Movie Show. It is a review of Iron Lung. It's a video game. Lots of people walking around outside, very loud. I haven't finished the remake, so no spoilers, Brett. But yes, another video game movie review is a week after tomorrow, on Sunday. Based on a video game, a PC game called Iron Lung. I had never heard of it before. I'm not going to spoil what our thoughts are on the movie. You'll have to wait a couple weeks. Okay, so you can use Gust, that's fine. Put it to sleep. Oh, please. Okay. What part am I on? I'm in the hospital right now. And then, so then 2 weeks after tomorrow is another episode of the Sonic Movie Show, because we have 2 podcasts running, and I am starting a new podcast myself soon about video games. But 2 weeks from tomorrow is our annual rewatch of the Sonic movie. The first one is a watch-along of a watch-along of a watch-along of the movie. It's a lot of fun. I have to edit that together. It'll be a pain. Yes, the Iron Lung movie is directed, produced, and stars the YouTuber known as Markiplier, who is not canceled. He is one from that era, maybe one of the only ones from that era, who did not end up a awful human being. Even if the stuff he made is not anything that I am remotely interested in. Yeah, watch out for those 2 episodes. Shorts every single day, blah, blah, blah. I have another stream planned for tonight, playing more 1970s video games for retro achievements. Ah, damn it. And then I have planned a PlayStation trophy hunting stream for tomorrow based on Kingdom Hearts 3: Chain of Memories. But I'm sick, so we'll see. Feeling okay right now, I'm just hungry. Ah. Shoot, it was so close, too. Okay. Had to blow my nose. Please. Again, this is 6.25% chance to catch it. Still. Why do they know roar? Why? They automatically try to run away. Why are they using the one move that causes you to also run away? That's such a pain in the ass. What kid without a strategy ever caught these? I did. I'm sure I spent like weeks. Yeah, I could move to the right and I could bump into Entei there. Hey, he's here. It's a quick turnaround. We're gonna bump into another one. Alright, I need everyone to cross one pair of fingers. And I need you to chant, "Catch 'em all," over and over again. Say, "Catch 'em all, catch 'em all, catch 'em all." I need you to do it. Just, I'll know if you're doing it. Because if we're doing it, it'll work. Alright, me and Luck first. No! At least I didn't waste a lot of time bumping into him. He might appear to the left if we move. So can Suicune. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Suicune is here. Okay, Suicune is here. Why don't you use Master Ball? Because I have to... I only have one. Right? I have to catch all three, so... I might as well not use it. Because I have to do it normally anyway. Oh, I still have that other one in effect. Okay, now we're off. And I also have to catch Lugia at the end of the day as well. He's level 70, so it might be a pain in the ass to fight him. And I can't glitch or anything. Well... Here's Suicune. Okay, so here's the thing. I'll have to look it up on the forums for this Retro Achievement set. Because, as I said before, I can't trade Pokemon in, I can't interact with Pokemon Stadium 2, I can't do anything like that. It invalidates it. But I don't know if it knows or would recognize or even penalize the Pokemon duplication glitch. So what happens is, how this game happens is when you either trade a Pokemon, well, this has nothing to do with trading, but there's a duplication glitch with trading. There's another one with moving Pokemon in your computer, in which you can deposit a Pokemon, and then whenever you go to change what PC box that you're in, because a PC box can only hold 20 Pokemon, it makes you save. And if you turn the power off, I don't think it needs to be frame perfect, but there's a window of time. If you turn the power off then, not all of the memory in the SRAM gets replaced. And so you'll have a Pokemon still in your party, but also still in that box that you had dropped it off in. And since Pokemon can each hold an item, I could give a Pokemon the Master Ball and duplicate them that way. But I would need to double check to see if that's going to fuck over my chance of getting the achievements. And it's also not doing it the right way, which is like part of the reason of these retro achievements in the first place. It's like, yeah, if you could just cheat them all in, what's the fucking point? Now, I will say for the Professor Oak's challenge, there is some sort of item manipulation glitch that's required for that, which is interesting. But I guess I'd have to look at it, because... And then I would keep a backup of this save somewhere safe in case, because you do run the risk when you do that that Pokemon duplication glitch, that it'll be gone in both places, and then you just lose the Pokemon entirely. You know what I mean? I guess I'm looking this up now. I don't know if I'll find it. Okay, well... no information that I can see. If I try... yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Probably gonna have to just keep doing it this way. I could always try it. And then see, like, if I... yeah, I could always try it. I don't know. I just also kind of just don't want to. That makes sense. Alright. Which one was supposed to be here? I think it was supposed to be Entei. If I move 2 spaces to the right, will we bump into Raikou? No. Okay, move in and out once more. They're all, some of them are like, they always get close enough. But because there's other ways in which they can go, and the fact that they can just move back and forth, makes it tough. Makes it annoying. Alright. I'm gonna give this one more real shot. One more real shot. If we cannot bump into any of them soon enough, then we're gonna call it for the day. If I move left, we could bump into Raikou. No. Okay, Entei's over there. Where did Entei end up? Okay. And Suicune. Okay. So Entei will either be to the right or the left. Or he'll warp. Let's see, did I make the right call? I did, okay. If we can catch him, we'll continue on, but I think this will be it. If I fail this, then this will be it for the stream. Not even gonna get on the bike for this. Okay. All right. Yikes. Come on. It's 50-50 for Sing to work. There we go. Okay, we're set up. We're set up. Again, the catch rate with them being asleep and with that low health is only 6.25%. I had a time once when I did this previous save on my 3DS in which I ran out of balls to throw, and I had to just give up. That sucked. I spent like, I don't know, how many turns. And these Ultra Balls are expensive. Okay, go back to sleep. Good. Good, good, good. I was afraid when he woke up he was just going to use Roar. But the number of turns that they're asleep is random. I think there's a fail-safe cutoff. Like, once you reach this many turns, if they're still asleep, wake up. But, like, it is random. And there we have it. Well, folks, thank you guys for watching. This has been an experience. They're set up. I can do this. You know, I can do this. It's going to take a lot of time and grinding, and I got to eat lunch. And I have another stream planned for this evening. I believe it's set for 6:30 Eastern Time. For the Fairchild Channel F home video entertainment system, I believe. Fairchild Channel F, the VES, or whatever. Yeah, we'll play more of those games, get some easy retro achievements, or some hard ones. And some of them are difficult that I looked at ahead of time. But yeah, we'll give it a shot. If you're watching this for the first time, if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Helps out a lot. There's a like button as well. Please click the like button. Helps the channel spread more stuff around on the internet. So, we'll see you next time. Yes, oh, and speaking about 3DO, like, yeah, take a look at the upcoming live streams that are planned. There is some neat stuff. Neat stuff. Take care, everyone. Goodbye. For now. See ya.